I'm over here now.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Man, we are full today. We have a lot to cover on today's show. I normally don't say that because I think it's kind of a trite thing that talk show hosts do and television hosts do. You know, so much to unpack.
Oh, please don't ever use that word unless you're coming back from vacation. I hate that.
The thing about it is that the greatest challenge, and I'm not telling anything.
You're not telling tales out of school?
I'm not telling any state secrets here because the fact is that the greatest challenge for anybody that does what we do, whether it be on TV, radio, podcasts, anything, if you're doing any kind of talking, broadcasting, podcasting, the greatest challenge is to have something to talk about, and it's something that I really think we've always taken very seriously on the show so that we, I always tell people the best shows we do are when they take a left turn and nobody planned on it, and those are kind of fun. But by and large, that doesn't happen regularly. That happens. That's an exception to the rule. So we really, really have to cover a lot of stuff. But before we do, if you think that you're having a bad day, if you think that things aren't going that well, and they talk about this time of year being seasonal affective disorder.
That disorder.
Sad, where people need. The guy, if you watch the bonus show, and I think we played him on the bonus show, named Stavi, who is the #1 Baltimore Ravens fan. Stavi had a really, really rough weekend because of the Baltimore Ravens and their heart-wrenching, gut-wrenching loss to the Buffalo Bills in the divisional series playoff game. And, we have had to edit this because there's so much profanity. And our man, Josh Soroka, who it was equally disappointed,
As I edited it, I'm sometimes you have to play the word you're trying to cut out over and over and over again. And I'm working on it. Yeah, exactly.
You.
And I look up, and the kids are just staring at me as I'm editing without headphones.
Stavi has a real potty mouth, and I've
all
fallen in love with him in a very short period of time. Hopefully we can get him on the show.
In days of old, when you would edit something, say, from the movie Goodfellas,
before
digital editing, the process was to get a videotape or some capture of the movie, roll it onto a reel-to-reel tape, and then you would use a razor blade to cut out and replace with beeps. And I remember one afternoon, I had the time. I just put together all the pieces of tape I cut out. And it was a great reel.
And of course, nowhere to share it.
No way to do it, just except, hey, Cameron, come here and listen to this.
If that was somewhere lying around, I could
recreate it. I could easily recreate it.
If you could recreate it, that would be a fun bonus show exercise to do that. But anyway, horrible, gut-wrenching, terrible loss for the Baltimore Ravens. Yeah. And we have the Stavi clip of his reaction. He did not take it well at all.
I don't care. I don't fucking care at all.
He's shirtless.
He is.
Mark Andrews, how could you fucking drop that, you motherfucker?
Tight end for the Ravens.
Mark Andrews, how could you betray me like this, yo?
Drop the 2-point conversion pass.
Yeah.
Oh, my God, I want to spat Lamar. There's just something about you. I thought you wouldn't make such key mistakes, Mark Andrews. I don't know what's different about you.
No.
But I trusted you, Mark Andrews. How the f*** did we lose to the Bills? We beat them, yo. We beat them at the regular season. Yeah, we should have won. The NFL made our balls slipperier, yo. I want a full investigation. Best 2 out of 3. Okay, we beat them in the regular season. We'll play on, Thursday or something, yo. We'll play a quick game on Thursday. And if we win, we get to go. I'll put $40,000 on a Ravens. I ain't got that kind of money, yo. I can only make so much posing as a fat bitch on OnlyFans and selling my panties, yo. They cloned DeMar Hamlin, yo. That's fucking cheating, yo. RFK, look into that shit, yo. Make them an illegal franchise. No, we should get to clone Joe Flacco, and then we'll get him. We'll clone 28-year-old Joe Flacco forever, and we're going to win a Super Bowl next year.
Clone Joe Flacco.
Oh, I think one slipped through there, Josh, but that's
one?
all right. I think it's pretty hard not to miss one.
I might have missed one.
There it is. And Mark Andrews, of course, just a pillar of the franchise. Great player, and all great players have their moments. He unfortunately. He had a bad day.
It was just bad.
Very bad day.
You know what's great about Stavi is not only is he shirtless with a necklace that the clasp is in front, he also is doing this selfie style.
I like your ye old English pronunciation of his name, Stavi, instead of Stavi.
Stavi, okay.
Yeah, Stavi. Come on, Rob. Come on.
Sorry about that. But he is doing this selfie style, so when he really yells, the camera shakes because his whole body shakes. I think that he's fine.
He'll be
some of it really fine.
He'll be some of it really fine. Speaking of Mr. Soroka, who is a Baltimore fan, last week, thank you. Last week, Josh made his way to Orlando to the. Let me see it. There we go. Podfest. It is. Oh my God!
Crazy.
What happened to your commercial? Your camera.
There he goes.
Podfest.
We've
Podfest.
lost him.
Let's see it again. There
Let's
you go.
try again.
All right. Podfest.
Oh, it's the
Now that to
2025.
me, that to me looks like a legitimate
Yes.
badge that you would have to get into a
Lanyard.
legitimate. Before we get into what Josh experienced, I have never been a real conclave kind of guy. I think that my experience with attending them or going on vacation somewhere where one is going on, it's just I've always thought it might be just an excuse for people to F off.
May I ask
Really.
you a question that I've never been able to ask you because we've been together for some 30 years now? How did you feel about going to the big event, be it like the Final Four or the Super Bowl, and doing those Radio Row broadcasts? How did you feel about that?
I liked them. I liked the broadcast part of it. I didn't like anything else. I early on thought when we would do our Super Bowl shows that certain things we hadn't attended yet,
Right.
were a big deal. And then, after the second, I kind of was watered down, and I wanted to do the broadcast.
Huge. They got huge, too.
Well, you would go down into a major hotel, and you would have a ballroom floor from one end to the other, set up with tables for one football game. And thanks for promoting the mug. I appreciate that.
It's subliminal. But when you first started, there was only like a handful of stations that would do it, or shows.
I don't know. I mean, I always seem to remember it pretty well traveled. I remembered
the sports,
Mike
the fabulous
and the Mad
sports
Dog.
babe.
Who's the Mad Dog? Who's that?
Mike
guy?
and the Mad Dog?
Yeah, Mike and the Mad Dog just screaming,
wanting to be heard on all the radio shows.
They were just always. I don't know if it's that as much as it's just the way it was his style, and it's and he had like I'll never forget the way he spoke. He had a one of those kind of speech impediments, you know what I mean, where it's just like, here we are, that kind of thing, and screaming. And
well, Mike,
the guy's gone on to a marvelous career.
Yeah, it was his signature.
Yeah, it's his thing. So
it also allowed you, Mike, to meet the fabulous sports babe.
Look, the guests would be fun. The content would be okay.
It would be.
And then at the end, my priority was how do I get to the airport? After the third one, I was just like,
but I remember after the first
F
one, your priority was how do I get to the bar?
How do I get to the bar? Yes, sirree. So
nothing more
conclaves,
fun, Josh, than seeing Mike in the wild, like say in New Orleans. You just spot him across the street. You're like, hi, Mike, and he'd wave back. And
keep walking.
He'd be off.
Keep walking. Leave me alone. So the conclave, when Josh said he was going to Podfest, I thought, for us, it might be a cool thing to do a show there. That would be interesting. But as far as gathering with others that do it, I really hadn't.
I had the same thought.
Yeah,
because previous industry, I've gone to lots of these things every year, whether it's CES or similar things like CES. I would
CES
go-
is the best. I
That's
love
a fun
CES.
one, yeah.
Yeah, and that's the type of I was in consumer electronics, so that's the type of stuff I would go to.
And
I would-
consumer electronics show for anybody off the street is a fun thing because
Yeah.
they just got stuff.
and then I would go
everywhere.
to that, and I'd go to one that's designed for high-end custom homes. So
Right.
it's like it was fun stuff, and I would learn a lot and bring back a lot that could help me in the business.
Yeah,
I went
and-
to a
and
lot
make
of
right
wedding
connections.
shows. Mike, I went to a lot of wedding shows. They're fun too.
glad to hear it. The Podfest was just down the road, a couple of hours down the road for you in Orlando. And prior to hopping in your automobile
Yes.
and going down the road to this thing, what was your preconception? What did you think you were going to did you have any preconceptions of what you were going to do?
Yeah, I looked at the website enough to see that they had different tracks people could buy, where you could spend $400, $500, $600 to go to all these classes. And I knew I wasn't going. I wasn't going to any.
Podcast classes.
Yeah.
What
Yes.
do they teach? What do they say?
Oh.
Is each class for something?
Well, there's some
We'll-
process.
we will
We've
get-
been doing
we
it a
will get
million
to that.
years. Okay.
Okay, good.
But I will say I did not pay any of those. The only way I decided to go is because another podcast company, it was like a podcast host, had some free passes to just the expo. So
Now-
the expo is what I care about. That's where, in my head, I figure, well, I'll go and meet the guys from StreamYard. I'll meet some people from Red Circle.
Yeah.
I'll meet people that we work with all the time.
Might be some
Maybe-
equipment on display that might
Yes.
make your job easier.
New
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Maybe some new editing software or new
Yep.
social media is a pain. Maybe some stuff to help with that.
Okay.
So that's what I expected.
And you travel your net is wider than mine, certainly, in the world of podcasting. You
Yes.
work on a couple of shows, and so you know people in this biz, and there might be some people that you would see and stuff. So
I
yeah.
I wore a Mike O'Mara Show T-shirt,
God bless you.
but my
thank you.
but my badge did say the Podcasters Warehouse, so I was
Okay.
there.
That's
kind of
Josh's
showing
other
I-
business that he has for
Showing I
all
represent
podcasts.
multiple
And by the way,
podcasts.
the Podcasters Warehouse is and
Needs
is it
new clients.
podcasterswarehouse.com? Is
It
that
is.
what it is?
It is.
If you are somebody that's serious, and we emphasize serious about getting into this racket, Josh is somebody that can help
or not
you out.
serious but want to pay.
That's right. If you want to pay, that's kind of the
It
way
can
I
be
was
fun. And
saying.
if you want to visit it in person, the Podcasters Warehouse is one of those buildings by the Orioles Stadium. You can actually go to the Podcasters Warehouse.
That's it. It's very nice.
It is named after that warehouse.
literal brick and mortar.
Yes. Yeah. But anyway, so that's my setup going in, and
Right.
it's just over a 2-hour drive, but don't mind about that because the other thing I've got going for me is that my daughter goes to school in Orlando, so I'm going to meet up
Okay.
with her for lunch or dinner or something.
Yes, she's going to college in Orlando.
Yeah, she's at UCF.
So, is this at a hotel?
This
is it at a
at
convention
the-
center?
This is at the Renaissance SeaWorld.
the Renaissance SeaWorld?
Yes,
Okay.
it's the Renaissance Hotel, and it's like a-
Renaissance.
Renaissance. Okay.
Yeah.
And
So
it's-
if you
it's-
wanted to have a bright new beginning, a
You can make
rebirth, if you will, at
You would have a
SeaWorld,
Renaissance.
this is where you would
yeah,
go.
you make
You're
a
right.
left to park at SeaWorld, or you make a right to park at the hotel.
Right.
I should have went left.
I was going to
Okay.
say, was it a tough decision?
So
Stop it.
Who is that?
Hold on. That's my wife. She's calling me. Hold on a second. I'll just put her on speaker. You're on speaker. We're taping right now.
Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Then and you said an S word. Well, I mean, really. What?
I mean, can I mess up anymore?
What's going on? Why are you calling me in the middle of the show?
I wanted to let you know that we're saving $25. I canceled my Sirius.
Oh, that's very nice. Thank you for that. Yeah.
What's Howard Stern going to do?
What's Howard Stern can afford it, I think, probably. That's one. Well, you're a sweetheart. You're really nice. You're so sweet. I love you so much if I don't say it publicly enough. But I will talk about you later in the show and how you're giving me a hard time about something, and you know what it is, right?
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay. Do you want to give the audience a hint without really telling them what it's going to be about?
Balloon knot.
Goodbye. Love you.
Bye.
Wow.
There you go.
That's not much of a hint. Let's just get
No,
straight
it's-
to the point.
I love
She
when she
annoys
calls.
and then she brings joy. Like
I
right
love
there,
when she
just a-
calls in to swear. Yeah.
So, God damn it. Getting
right,
back
so I
to
get
it. Yes,
there.
Josh.
So I get down there, and I go and I register, and they have my name on a thing. So I grab it and I go on into the expo. Now I noticed that they have a hall for all the classes, and then they have a hall for the expo.
So is the hall like a bunch of chairs with a with a dais and like for seminars, that type of thing?
Well, that's down the other hall with the classrooms. They have someone there, so I can't get back there because my ticket says expo only.
Yeah.
So I'm like, whatever. I go into the expo area, and that's where
by
you
the
got
way,
a
was-
bunch of booths set up.
Was parking free?
No,
I didn't think so.
I think it was $24.
So
that's
you're in
a
the
bargain.
expo.
Yeah.
You're in the expo.
So I go in the expo. There's a bunch of booths, and I counted because I walked through the expo 3 times. First time to check things out. Second time to count. Third time to write down what every booth was.
Oh my God!
This is
All right.
great.
Because
So let's start with the count. What were the
Yes.
total? These are booths that you will stop by to see wonderful products.
yes,
Yes.
26 booths.
26 total.
26. Wow.
How many?
26
I
total
would
booths.
say when you go to the Consumer Electronics Show, you would
there are
have
thousands. Yes.
Thousands. Of
Thousands.
booths. Yes.
Yeah.
So
And I knew this wouldn't be thousands, but
Sure.
26 is laughable.
No.
But it-
26 is just an empty room, essentially.
Mike,
Right?
Yes.
it's one for
It's-
every letter of the alphabet.
Wow.
It's a conference room basically with some booths set up.
Yeah.
Now,
No.
here's how the 26 booths break down. There
Okay.
are
Very good.
5 booths that are book publishers. And the point of the book
God.
publisher book
Self-published book. Oh
yes,
God.
all self-published, and they all have the same sign. Give me your 60-second book pitch. And it's for
so you're
podcasters
supposed to go up
pitch
and
a
pitch-
book. Yes.
Ah.
So you immediately, it's take, not give. It's immediately people who are soliciting
Well, we will
for.
Yeah. Next, I saw 2, maybe 3 booths where you could sign up to be an expert guest on other podcasts.
So
So-
hawking for guests.
Yes.
And
So
they
I
charge a fee. They charge a fee.
They charge a fee, and I talked to them to find out, well, can you get me some celebrity guests? Well, no, we connect you with other podcasters who are experts in their fields. So more self-published people they can connect you with.
Oh my.
Then I walked past a credit card booth, a CPA booth, banking software, office supplies, 2 booths that were virtual office assistants, Celsius energy drink.
They have a booth?
Then they had a
God
booth.
bless them. They
Yeah.
paid for it.
Then,
They probably covered their nut with that Celsius.
I'm sure they did.
Then,
yeah.
then
right.
a booth about making podcast websites, and that one was pretty good. I talked to those people.
Okay.
2 booths that do editing for you. Fine, that
Okay.
fits at
That's
least in the
valuable. That's
podcasting.
valuable. Somebody that might be off the street trying to
Yeah.
start a podcast.
3 booths that do like your podcast hosting and will hold your files. So that's valuable.
valid.
That fits there.
Yeah.
Shure had a booth with no people, but just 3 microphones set up.
You're kidding me.
Adobe had a booth
Hold
to
it.
show off.
Can we
Yes.
go back to the Shore
Yes.
setup because I love microphones, you know.
Yes.
So they had microphones set up but no one to attend to them. Did they
Correct.
allow you to use them or did you just look at them?
Oh no, there were no wires.
Oh,
It
you just it's
it had a
you just
Shure
look at 'em.
backdrop, and then it had 3 mic stands, an MLV7, a MV8 or whatever their new one is, and then
Yeah.
and an SMB7.
Well,
Here
there's
are
the
my
standard mic.
Shure earbuds that I used for 11 minutes.
Well,
Just saying.
Mike,
Sorry.
you have to admit, being a broadcaster for many years as you are, the best thing about a microphone is when you get to see it.
Right. Well, and I do use a Shure microphone, and I've used Shure microphones for
I'm not
30
talking
years,
about
so-
microphones.
No,
These are
their
my
headphones
Shure.
suck.
Yeah.
These are my Shure earbuds.
Yeah.
Do not be fooled.
All right. So then I continued. Adobe had a booth, so there's
Ah.
another big name,
Yes.
and they were showing how you could record your podcast in Adobe software, like we do on StreamYard, but without video. It's audio only recording for
That's
remote
nice.
guests.
And Mike, you remember Adobe? They made the little podcast made out of clay.
It was wonderful, and I once I got the lizards out, it was a really nice place to work and live. It was really fine.
Some of it really fine. Yeah.
Some of it really fine.
Then I found one booth that helps you out with some sponsorship affiliate stuff. And it's affiliates that we all hate, but it's designed for podcasts. So that was interesting. That's going to help us out as a show, that one booth.
That you found something.
I found one thing that's going to be helpful, and I think it's that company.
That's great.
Awesome.
So I've already followed up and reached out with them. Then there was a company that would help you make social media posts. I'm going to check them out more. I've got notes for that.
Was
And
their
then
booth staffed by 12-year-old girls for the social media?
There was not.
Okay, just checking.
There was. Then you get to the print-on-demand T-shirt vendors, 2 of them. Mm-hmm. And then finally, the biggest booth in the room where I could buy Podfest T-shirts.
Oh,
and that's it. That was my 26 booths.
So you were so incredulous when you first got there, and I knew you were frustrated with it, that you actually did a second walkthrough simply to get material for the show. So that was a bonus that you got that. But really, really disappointing that they're just basically hawking guys that are going to talk about doing a podcast.
The tone of it is that they're catering to the hungry podcaster. The person who wants to jump in but has no idea what they're doing, and they're ready to take advantage of you.
All I could hear while I'm walking through this in my head is Mike, and I believe one of your first episodes of this show saying, "I'm not one of you."
I'm not one of you.
The
And that's
first
all
episode,
I felt like walking through there.
Well, the bottom line with this, the statistics that has always jumped out at me is with the sheer numbers of podcasters. It's huge. It's a huge number.
Yes.
The number of episodes relative to the number of people, the overwhelming, I'll never forget this, the overwhelming majority of people that start a podcast do one episode.
That's it.
Yeah.
One episode. How many, Rob? I don't write the numbers on them. How many?
3,000. This is episode 3,399, but that doesn't count 500, 600 or so bonus shows and bonus content.
And I couldn't believe that. Does that mean, guys, that people that start a podcast and register it and get a domain name and do all the thing, they get on, they do it, and they decide it's not worth doing, or they can't do it? Is that I don't know how that would work.
Can't, I think, is huge.
Well, no, I think they think they're going to go on here and thousands and millions of people are going to listen to their podcast, and they get 2 downloads and they get discouraged.
Well, and being a smaller podcast, which we have been for many, many moons, we have a very, very loyal following of enough people to make this a viable, and we're always looking to grow.
And there is so much growth right now in podcasting and ways businesses are using podcasts.
Yes.
That is different, and what I was hoping to learn some about this. Now, I did hear that they had about 1,000 people that attended this, which, again, a lot smaller than I expected.
If you compare once again to CES, where like multiple hotels are filled with people,
but from Facebook groups and LinkedIn and looking at other podcasters that apparently went down there, they all praised it but they all said their favorite thing was cross-pollination with other podcasts. When I went in that room with 26 podcasts, outside of that room, in the hall and at the bar, were just little clusters of 2 to 3 people recording podcasts there. And there were more clusters of people recording podcasts than booths in that room.
Yes.
All right.
And it was
Was there any appreciable odor?
It was too big.
I think
you're
confusing the DJ factors. I think
a lot of DJs have jumped
over. A lot of Stavis.
No,
a lot of Stavis.
This looked more like a real estate convention.
Okay.
Fun.
All right. So you didn't have a lot of... did you have a lot of tables with microphones and black curtains? Is that what you had? Or was there a video presence at all, or were these just tables set up?
No. These were, in some regard, there were people sitting on the floor, all talking into their microphones.
Oh, that's fun.
No.
That's like the old days, Mike.
I'm told they had little podcasts.
I would have been so depressed.
I would have too.
I'm told in the other side that I wasn't allowed in, they had little podcast booths you could use and stuff, but I wasn't paying.
You're going to have to upgrade
and I
your
should
ticket.
share. that the other thing I saw that people loved at this is being asked to be speakers. So all the speakers teaching the classes were other attendees.
So it's like
and they're
just like
giving a seminar.
And
which,
they're giving a little seminar about what their expertise is in.
Well, you probably looked pretty impressive with your official merch. Did you get approached to speak or guest on anything?
Did anybody talk to you? Did anybody approach you?
No. In fact, normally when you go to the electronic conventions, there's the booth people are trying to drag you into the booth.
Exactly.
The booth people didn't even want to talk to me. I'd have to force to ask them a question.
So it's just just totally unprepared. Nobody knew what they were doing.
It's unprofessional.
Oh my God! And now is this? You've been to a few of these. Is this?
This is the first podcast festival I've been to.
I see.
Okay, because isn't there?
There's
aren't there
another
other things.
There's
I
another
mean-
one in D.C. that's apparently pretty big, but I thought
Okay.
Orlando would be big.
I've been to the DC one.
You've been to the DC one?
Yeah, it's
Isn't it a bunch of people pretending that they're big shots?
Yeah, that's what it is.
That's what this was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I
there's
like-
nothing that impressed me about the DC one at all. And
It's-
this was
it's-
some years ago. Yeah.
But you know what? Back in the day, the very first convention I ever went to was a radio and records convention that it was called for Bobby Post Pop Music Survey,
my
which
first
was
too.
the only real DJ convention. And I went to the last real good one. And it was in Atlanta, Georgia. And it was, David Lee Roth, Blondie, Debbie Harry. Who did I talk to? Oh, the pretty lady that was Miss America, and she was
Vanessa Williams?
Vanessa Williams. I talked to her, and it kind of went on and on and on. Eddie Money, met him for the first time there, and the Atlanta
remember that
Falcons.
party?
The Atlanta Falcons cheerleaders came
That's
into
right.
one of the Chrysalis Record Suites and
that's
danced
more like
on the
what
bar.
I was used to as well.
It's a big thing, and but then it kind of petered out. They're extraordinarily expensive to put on.
Yes.
They they require a lot of sizzle, and unfortunately, if they lack any of that sizzle, it's not going to be anything.
Well, and there was a big backlash probably 15 years ago about booth babes. So they really shut that down on all these conventions.
Well, so no like spokesmodels there.
Or not in bikinis. Or
Now, why would they shut that down?
Well-
Booth babes.
well,
Come
we
on
had-
now. It's America, for Christ's sake.
there were two.
Come on.
There were two companies that offended people. One that was a subwoofer company that would just have girls sit on their subwoofers in little clothes, and I believe it was LG.
You'd have every podcaster in the entire room there.
They had
That's
they
the way
had
that
so many
would
people
go.
there, and then
Was
I believe
there-
it was LG that had a new television out that shows more colors or brighter colors. So they had nude women painted in these colors to come out. And that kind of shut it down for the electronics industry.
Oh, you can't have nice things. Somebody ruins it for everybody there. We're there as far as the podcast world.
Yes.
Were there any of the murder mystery type people that
true
were
crime, true crime.
because true crime, as soon as Serial became hot, 7,000 people tried to do the same thing.
I am
right?
sure there is. It's a lot of that, a lot of self-help, but I did not talk to any podcasters there.
Okay, all right. What was
Because
your
they were all
total
in their
time?
little
Were you
classes.
planning on a day trip? Is that what you were planning?
I ate lunch on the way down, and I called Emma and said, "Hey, we'll get dinner together, but I don't know what time I'll be free."
Okay.
I spent 45 minutes there. And
So
called
dinner
Emma
turned
and
into
said,
brunch.
I'm coming for lunch.
Oh my God! And then home. What a day!
And then
wow.
You know what I would do if
Podfest.
I went into that? I would try to make lemonade out of those lemons and try to get myself booked on a podcast as an expert in something I don't know anything about.
It speaks to the challenge of what we do, especially in the guest arena, where it's very, very difficult, to grab. It's difficult when if you're not the top of the heap. Nobody wants to do it because there are all these people that do it. I don't profess to be any better or any worse. I don't know, how many people really do this kind of show. I really don't. I have no idea. There could be hundreds. I'm not sure. But I do know that anytime you get people all under the same roof, everybody's trying to be a swinging D.
Yeah.
Everybody's trying to act like they're the big guy. And if you're at a place like it is the last place in the world I would want to be. If I
do
wasn't
love
working.
the idea of signing Rob up on these guest websites as an expert of something else.
I could do it.
Oh, now
You know.
that is fantastic.
I
Rob the
could do it.
firefighter.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I wouldn't want to steal any valor. I would like
Okay.
to be like an expert on like the way daylight savings harms you.
Yeah, make it up.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Make it up. And, like your calls to people. So out of the entire experience, out of your total 45 minutes,
Yes.
how much would you figure? What did you said you got one thing out of it, right? One thing that
Oh yeah,
was good?
I got one sponsorship boost that I think is going to help us out.
That's it. That's worth it. That's worth the drive down. That's it. And
As said by someone who didn't make the drive.
No, it could be. It could be. We'll see.
It
was
could be.
lunch good?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Was
with
there
your
food?
daughter?
Yes.
Or
I
was
went.
there food at the place, though?
I just asked him.
No.
You just repeated the question that I asked.
No, I went and picked Emma up, and we went to Miller's Ale House.
Ale House. Hey,
Ah.
we're getting a brand new one down off 41 down here. Miller's Ale. Great lamb shank. Great lamb shank. That's good lamb shank, everybody.
Have you ever ordered lamb in a restaurant?
Many times. Yeah.
Oh, have you? Okay, just checking. It's not
Yeah.
a real go-to for many people, I think.
Well, I mean, like your standard high-end restaurant will offer usually a rack of lamb,
Sure,
a steakhouse type of place, and there are lamb chops.
They're
but
excellent at the Peking Gourmet, but I've never ordered
lamb
outside of
shank
that.
is just kind of like a osso buco type thing where it
Okay.
falls off, where it just falls off the bone. That's
Is
the
it
way
as
it goes.
good as Asabuco a la Buco as prepared by Artie Buco?
Artie
of The
Bucco. Let me
Sopranos?
ask you one last question about this, Josh.
Yes.
You had mentioned that you were listening to another podcaster who
Praise-
may have had
praise
some
this.
experience with this show, Mark Ronick, who was raving about the Podfest.
Yes.
How did why was he so effusive about the podcast? Podfest.
Because of talking to other podcasters, and because he is putting together his own podcast festival.
Of course he is.
His own festival. How nice.
Yeah.
Of course he is.
It'd be Podfest Rockville.
Right in the middle, right in the heart of downtown Rockville.
Yeah,
That's,
in the
that's where it
community
would be.
center, I
He,
think.
he
where
is
they're
in
gonna
a
do it.
different state right now.
Oh, he's not in
No,
Maryland.
I believe he lives in North Carolina now.
Oh, he does. Okay.
So-
well, it's
so
been
maybe
it's
a
Has he
Chapel
picked
Hill.
up an accent?
I don't know. I haven't talked to him.
Well, I'll
Well, I
say.
guess
I'll
I
say.
listen to the podcast.
I hope you will come
I'll
down
say-
to my festival there, son.
Yeah. And did they have any freebies at all at this convention? Did they have any
Well, yeah.
any like
Yes.
combs? That's it. A lanyard.
Yes.
No combs?
no, I
No
have-
stickers?
I have 2 business cards out in the car. That's it.
and people should know that's where Josh keeps all his business cards.
Do they have their S together enough where they're planning next year's, and are they going to do it?
Oh
at
yes,
the same
I could
spot?
buy. I believe it was $150, and I could buy all of the recordings for this past year's classes, and get a discount on next year's ticket.
And I would give them to you for free if you said recordings.
Yeah.
That's what I would do. I mean, that is stunning. Well, that's great. I'm glad that you had the
Congratulations.
experience. That's wonderful.
But
you know.
I'll be prepared next year. I'll have my book pitches ready to go.
There you go. That's right. Potting. That's what I want to. I want to stop calling it podcasting. I want to call it potting. Make it sound a little more alien-like. You know.
Well, I was
That's what
thinking of
want.
like potting soil.
Potting soil. Yeah, it is a much of BS, that's for sure. So we'll take a break. When we come back, we got the round table, and later on in the show, so much it's hard to really decide what I want to do. But I do probably have to mention that something arrived.
Oh, good.
You're not going to see it, though.
Promo here,
I'm
Mike, okay?
conflicted. All right, you got it. Thank you, Rob.
It's now down to 4 teams as the Commanders take on the Eagles and the Bills meet the Chiefs. Only 2 are going to the big game in the Big East. Big time playoff football happens this Sunday.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs?
Well, we're talking playoffs, and there's only one man who can break it down so that you can win big this weekend.
You can't get to the big game without going through Diamond Town.
Nicky Diamond. Catch him tomorrow on this very broadcast as he gives you the winners and the losers.
4 out of 5 bookies can't be wrong.
Nicky Diamond tomorrow, only on the Mike O'Mara Show.
In the No, baby.
My favorite one. A little echo there at the very end.
I wonder if he was at Podfest.
I don't think so.
I think I would have heard.
He's
Yeah, I
battling
think
some
so.
other issues that
so
he might
true.
be in jail fest. Ladies and gentlemen, listen up. One of the biggest challenges to eating better is that so many better-for-you products taste so bad. Well, there's a brand that has cracked the code on providing real nutrition that also tastes incredible. You're talking about Orgain. Oh, that vanilla was so good yesterday. Orgain's 30-gram protein shakes are an excellent source of complete protein with all 9 essential amino acids, and whether it's chocolate or vanilla, the taste is the best. You get energy. It provides me muscle support, recovery, helps manage hunger, promotes healthy weight management. It's protein, and they all say the same thing. You got to get your protein. Orgain is convenient. It's real nutrition with only 1 gram of sugar per serving, no soy ingredients or artificial flavors or sweeteners, 30 grams of protein, and it is delish. Just call me the vanilla killer.
Mike, you know that a lot of times I get up in the morning and I'm not a breakfast guy. I get right to what I do and I skip breakfast, and it makes you feel lousy. But now I can grab an Orgain and it's like having a breakfast in like 2 seconds. It's
Is
the
there
best.
anything that is that small, tastes that good, and gives you that satisfaction to like get you through a morning?
No.
I love this stuff.
It's so efficient and tasty too.
30-gram protein shakes are available at Costco and Orgain.com. If you want to get in on the delicious protein-packed nutrition today, head to Orgain.com/TMOS. Once you're there, look around and get some Orgain in your cart. Then head to checkout, and when you're prompted, use the promo code TMOS for 20% off your order. Remember, for 20% off, head to ORGAIN.com/TMOS and make sure you use that promo code TMOS during checkout so they know that we sent you. Thank you, Orgain. We appreciate that.
News.
Ladies and gentlemen, the rich keep getting richer. The
That's
price
good news.
of Netflix is going up for the first time since October of 23. Even the ad-supported plan is being hiked from $6.99 to $7.99.
Ouch.
The standard ad-free tier is jumping by $2.50 from $15.49 to $17.99, and the premium plan is going from $22.99 to $24.99. Now, I will dovetail this into what I wanted to talk about separately.
Okay.
I am not anti-foreigner, but something has to be done about the lack of English-speaking content. I've had it. I've had it where they secretly, sneakily put a trailer out that doesn't really show you that the lips are moving and different words are coming out. It pisses me off, and I didn't want to watch a murder mystery that with the lips moving in a funny way and subtitles and all. Sometimes you just get burned out on that crap. Am I right, ladies?
Oh, I hate it.
Grandpa.
Do you think Trump could sign an executive order to just kick them all off Netflix?
No,
He's
he would
certainly
just
been
stop
busy.
the videotapes from coming across the border.
It's
They would all
frustrating.
stay
It
down south.
is very frustrating.
It
You
is,
can't-
because
you
they're
should
not
be able to just
generating
have a filter.
content. All this money they're asking for, and come on, more stuff.
Yeah.
Get more stuff out there, please. Netflix says, quote, as we continue to invest in programming in Europe, as we continue to invest in programming and deliver more value for our members, we will occasionally ask our members to pay a little more so that we can reinvest to further improve Netflix. Look, and
I'm
it's
so
not
glad
just
we cut the
Netflix.
cord.
Well, I feel that Netflix
Yeah,
is
they're coming
sort of-
right on the heels of cable to just jack you
Yeah.
up. They are.
They
are.
dropped. I think they've dropped the ball in the last 3 or 4 months. I haven't seen anything that I really needed to watch on Netflix lately.
Well, Hot
Go to the
Frosty.
screen. Go to the home screen for Apple. Go to this home screen
Yes.
for the only thing you get fresh stuff on a regular that you will see is Prime, Amazon Prime, because that's got the pay-per-view movies on it. That's why you see that. But it's just, they're asking for more, and there's less to see. It's not clear when the prices will go up, but it's worth noting that Netflix also announced its biggest ever jump in subscribers and a quarterly revenue that reached, are you ready for this?
No.
$10 billion.
Oh, that's why they need the extra money.
That's
Yeah.
why they need
They have
more.
to pay for extra storage. for the money.
I know. Hey, look, you know what? All it is, and this is capitalism, ladies and gentlemen. They can get it.
Yeah.
If they can get it, they will do it. And we're here
Mike,
to pay.
Let
That's
me
it.
tell you this: if you like watching television like I do, your best bet is Tubi. Tubi is always free. They will
Have you
never
really
charge-
looked at Tubi though? Have you?
Tubi is an app that I look at. Yes.
And give us the
My
top
mom also uses Tubi.
uses Tubi. I see. That's why I mentioned.
I've
Rob
never
was,
downloaded it.
Was joking to an extent, but I know he really does that. What is your number one seed for Tubi, Rob?
Tubi will have a lot of movies that you would have seen on HBO in 1988. And
that's funny.
let me bring up. I'm going to open the Tubi app right now.
Yeah, let's
and
see what you
also,
would get on Tubi.
While it opens, I want to remind you that if you have Peacock, which is not overly expensive, that every Saturday they rerun the episode of Happy's Place starring Reba McEntire that is on Friday night.
Hey, everybody, this is Reba McEntire.
You're the best. Give me smoke, give me
Tubi has
fire.
Columbo.
Yeah, I've
Oh,
watched
no
Columbo
wonder he
there.
watches Tubi. He loved Columbo.
But Mike, how about this? The movie Founder, about the guy that founded McDonald's with Michael Keaton. Remember you watched that 5
Ray
years
Kroc
ago?
story.
Oh, that wasn't bad.
Twilight, Taxi Driver, Prey, Now You See Me, I Don't Know This, Limitless, Cabin in the Woods. Oh, that sounds exciting. And
It's
then,
a horror movie.
Then they also have Shout Factory TV, which will give you some really
All right,
sort of
I've got a
laser
headache.
focus
That's
stuff.
enough. Thank you. Thank you very much, Tubi.
Oh, and Mike, the
ask for
complete
it by name.
episodes of Everybody Loves Chris.
Everybody
There you
hates
go.
Chris.
That's
It's
it.
Chris.
I was really thinking there might be a Raymond there, but no, it's Chris. According to a new poll, America's favorite movie was the Bob Dylan biopic, A Complete Unknown. 99% of those polled gave it a favorable rating. 75% thought it was great. Deadpool and Wolverine was second with an 89% favorability score. The Wild Robot came in third. I don't know how many people they polled for this. I don't
Mike,
really know.
The Wild Robot is the last screenplay written by Bob Hope.
I
And
want
you
to
have-
tell you,
How is that robot, Bob?
it's me. I'm Jack Frost, robot.
Wild.
The most watched movie, Beetlejuice, followed by Deadpool and Wolverine again, Bad Boys, Ride or Die. On the TV side, Shogun was the most popular show.
Shogun.
The Bear and Landman at third with 91%. Well, at least there's one thing there that we all watch. But the Prime series Fallout was the most watched, followed by The Penguin and Dune Prophecy. Okay, well, they're all good shows, so
Yeah.
I'll give them
They're
that.
fine.
That's
know.
not bad.
Do you watch Fallout?
Depressing. I do not.
Or
Is
The
Fallout
Penguin?
worth a
I have no
gander?
idea.
The
I've
Penguin,
been
I'm-
saving the Penguin. I haven't looked at it yet.
I'm trying to get into the Penguin.
I
It's
can't get
hard,
past the
you
fat
know.
suit
Yeah.
for the Penguin.
To realize that underneath that is the dreamy. Look what they've done
Right.
to my Colin Farrell. Please,
Oh,
really?
You know, every actor has to go through a phase when they look ugly. They ugly themselves up, and that's how they get awards.
Yeah,
Well,
but
they
they
did
did it with
3
him
hours of
all with
makeup with
makeup.
him.
Yeah,
He's
he's not
unrecognizable.
not as committed as Brendan Fraser.
Exactly. He didn't gain 90
And
pounds. So
is
that's
The
it.
Bear a comedy? Because that's how it wins its prizes. I don't think it's a comedy.
I think it's boring.
Rapper Dave Bluntz plans to crowd surf on his upcoming tour. Either one of you know Dave Bluntz? Do you know this dude? Do you know this guy?
He's a large one.
If that, but did you know him before you looked at the sheet today?
No, I did not.
Okay. If that doesn't sound like a big deal, then you probably never heard of Dave Bluntz. He's 600 pounds, and he uses an oxygen tank when he raps. And yes, during a recent interview,
Here he is.
vowed to crowd surf. Doesn't he look like a nice guy?
Picture
he really,
health.
really does. When the interviewer said he didn't think that was possible, Dave replied, "I think we can, bro. I don't know. I don't have bitch-ass fans, bro. They will hold me." 600 pounds.
Can we see the picture again, Josh? Because he's promoting something in the picture. It's it looks like it's called Dave Blunt's Purple Stuff.
Well, and I think he only wears that one outfit because here I pulled up another picture of him,
Okay.
and he's
Okay.
got the same outfit on.
Well, I mean that's a lot of fabric.
But yes, it's Dave Blunt's Purple Stuff.
And Mike, a lot of people don't know this. That's his nickname for his own blood.
Purple stuff.
the purple stuff.
And he I guess Blunts is a stage name.
Gotta be.
Well, the interviewer said Dave could get hurt or hurt someone else, and he said, "quote Oh, we're gonna have a waiver and all that. We're gonna have EMTs on standby. We'll have the fire marshals and all that."
Good show.
All I know is I want great video when he just dives off the stage into the crowd.
I already have my ticket, Mike, for Bluntfest, which is a festival that features
a bunch of guys in the lobby gathering around there. It should be
And they're going to have to pass that oxygen tank around as well.
Yep. Yes, Dave Blunts. Ask for him by name. A new report looked at the most common 4-digit pins for things like ATM passwords and unlocking your phone. These are always fun to me. I always enjoy this. By the way, a new number made the top 10. 6969. There it is.
I don't know.
By the way, the humor found in that number begins at a young age, I have discovered.
Sure.
Yes, young school-aged boys
have you
are
asked
joking.
them, why is that funny?
I don't care to. I don't want to. I really don't. But I think
they
know, as you know, Josh, they know more than they let us know, right? I mean,
Mike,
that's the way that goes.
He thinks it's funny because that's the year of Woodstock.
Yeah,
and he says, that was silly to have all those people singing.
I also find that with that age, sometimes they think it's funny because other people have told them it's funny, and they don't know what's going on.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Like the bear.
And I don't need to know whether that's true or not. I just don't need to dive in.
They put this stuff in kids' movies to make adults laugh, and then kids just pick it up.
Sure. Why are they laughing, Dad? So these reporters didn't have access to people's current passwords. Obviously, they came up with the list by looking at pins that have been exposed on the dark web. So this is an interesting little deep dive here. As always, the most popular passwords aren't ones that experts would suggest using. You think?
Yeah.
Here are the 10 most common 4-digit pins in America, and I'll go 10-1 because you got the 6969. It cracked the top 10.
Right.
2222 at number 9. The next one, 4444. The next one, 2000. The next one, 1004.
Why?
As in 10-4, good buddy.
Oh, I understand now.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's as in 10-4, good buddy. I think
No,
that's
no,
the people
'cause
that
that'd
wrote
be-
the article.
That'd be 104.
Oh, I hate it when I see mine on here.
What is yours, Mike?
Lucky sevens across the board.
Yeah, you better change that.
I'm somewhat of a degenerate gambler, you see. 1212. Oh, my mom. God bless you. Miss you, Mom.
Was that her
wonderful. Code? Number 30000.
That's good. That's a good one. Hard to beat.
Number 2 is 1111. And who can tell me what the number 1 is? The number 1 password.
I would say 9999.
No, it's 1234.
1, 2, 3, 4. There it is. Absolutely. Yeah, there it is. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Yeah. Transition music, everybody.
Yeah, for
all
the
right.
top 10.
This is when everyone can put their PIN codes into the chat room to show your original.
Or mail them in.
When I watch the gamblers on the interwebs, I will notice that when they put their PIN in to get their quick pay, when they hit a jackpot, they'll go 111111, and they show you doing it. I don't think there's some sort of security that you can't reach out and grab their card. So I guess
and
that's
also
why they do
to
that.
really steal anything from them, you have to win a jackpot, and that's not easy.
Mm-hmm. Not easy at all unless you have tens of thousands.
Or they're just edited in a different PIN.
This is true. They might be doing that, but
Actually,
I'm not
if
sure.
you look close, Mike, are they hitting 1111 or are they hitting the drink call button?
No, they are hitting their code to put their money in, and it's called InstaPay. Did you know they have that now in casinos?
No.
Where you hit a jackpot, and you do not, if you're like a playa, you don't have to wait for the slow person to make their way over with an envelope. It just goes automatically into your account, and that's brilliant on the casino's part because it just fuels the concept of staying paying. Finally, today, boys who blubber make better lovers. This lady's name, she's a sexpert. Her name is Marina Lazaris. Let's see if we can get Marina Lazaris on the show. She is a sexpert and author of Men Need Love Too. She says sobbers, emotionally criers, are better in the sack. She explained that finding a man in touch with his emotions will allow people to find the catch of a lifetime rather than just a day. Showing your emotions is
Take a
better.
breath, Mike. Take a breath.
It's better, and it also has a positive impact on your mental state.
Oh, Mike.
Let's do it. Do it, do it, do it, do it. I didn't know. That was a theatrical performance.
I think
by me.
that's better than anything I saw in The Bear.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Well, some of my performances are really fine. My performances. That's the way they work, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, so we'll take a short break. When we come back, I'll talk about the device.
Nice.
God. Maybe something else. Then we'll pivot into the journal. All right. I want to find out about that app.
Okay, good.
All right. Very, very good. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm a little distracted.
Mike, don't drag your feet. You have to do the spot before you can even not do the thing that you want to not do.
If you, let me do it. If you love a little glass of something in the evening but hate waking up with that awful cloudy head, I got just the thing for ye. I'm talking about Sol's out-of-office microdose THC gummies. Rob ate one before the show. Did you know that you can buy hemp-derived THC products legally anywhere in the U.S.? Through our partner, Sol, S-O-U-L. Sol's new out-of-office gummies are perfectly microdosed with hemp-derived THC and CBD. I always think of Elvis Presley when I say that. They give any day
It's
that
TCB,
chilling
Mike.
I understand. On that, they give you that chilling on the beach vibe. Out-of-office gummies give you that warm, fuzzy, euphoric microdose feeling without sending you to the moon, Alice. You can go for a jog, watch your favorite TV show, go to Podville. Podfest. Or head out to a party. Whatever, they taste amazing. They're good. It's true. And their effect is wondrous. Be like Rob. Rob goes to Podville with gummies.
I do. Yes, I do.
Lots of them. He takes extra gummies.
Mike,
when he goes to Podville.
actually sold a subscription to Sol over the weekend because we went out with some friends, and they commented, they said, we can't drink anymore because we feel like hell in the morning. We even feel hell at night. I said, you got to try these because you wake up and like you haven't done anything.
And you looked across the sticker, the table, and you said, I'm high right now. I have a pot sticker. I messed that up.
I thought it was better than ever.
I'm thinking one break in. That's my problem.
I expected a big crowd at Podfest, so I did take a gummy right before Podfest.
Good for you.
And instead, found myself sitting at lunch with my daughter just staring out.
Yeah, but you ate everything on the table, didn't you?
Yeah.
Member of the Clean Plate Club.
Subscribe to them. It's a great way to kick off 2025. Sol can help with sleeplessness, anxiety, focus, and pain. And Sol's products are grown right here in the USA, organically farmed and gluten-free. Make it a great 2025 with Sol. Head to getsol.com and use code TMOS for 30% off your order. I've rarely thought this far ahead when I'm doing a commercial. That's 30% off your order using the code TMOS. I'm nervously touching my little hoodie string here. One last time, getsol.com and code TMOS for 30% off. I'm normally more of a professional than that. I normally don't stumble through one of my advertisements when I'm thinking about the next segment, but I have to bring this up just to get it out of the way.
Did you maybe even subconsciously extend that spot to put off the time?
Let's just say it might have been a little longer than it normally is, Rob.
Sure.
I hope just that segment.
What's that? What?
Hopefully not this segment. Just the ad, not what you're going to talk about.
Yesterday, got back home. I picked up my kid, and we got haircuts yesterday. I got cleaned up on the side. I'm cutting it real short now, and surprised my barber, Kevin, when I walked in there, and he's like, hey, what did you do? I said, hey, I got rid of all your work. And and then my kid got a great haircut, and it's our thing. We go get haircuts together.
That's nice.
And
I like
Kevin's
that.
just super cool. And the real joy of doing that is when I'm sitting there waiting for my turn, because we were back-to-back, listening to my kid, just so gregarious and so talking with a guy that's in his 20s and just shooting the bull. And I don't know. It just warms my heart when I see that. So we got our haircuts, and then when I got home, I see on the On the doorstep is the stoop. Yes, the Baltimore Row House stoop. Thank you. I could get it. You don't need to fill every word when there's silence.
Mike,
on our
you
front
are
doorstep.
Right now, you're very vulnerable. And
Yeah, but
I shall be careful.
I don't want Chateau Interrupto right now. I just want to get through this. This
All
is
right.
difficult for me.
El
You'll
Zippo.
have to bear it. What?
El Zippo. I'll zip my lips. Go ahead.
Jesus Christ! It's like in the back of the car. HBS. I can totally relate right now. I can totally relate. So on the stoop, as Rob said, is a package, and I know right away just by its
shape,
square shape, that it's the size of what probably the product is. And I don't even go near it. In fact, I left it there, and I just go in to do my business in the house, and I had some work that I had to do, and I'm just not paying attention. I think that later on in the afternoon, why am I closing my eyes right now? Later on in the afternoon, I brought it into the house, and then I ignored it again. And of course, when she arrives home, the Dragon Slayer, as I like to say it.
Wow.
Not 8 seconds. She's crossed the threshold of the door, and she says, "What's this?" And I know for a fact that she knows exactly what it is. And I don't know why I'm weird, but now I am weird because at that very moment things got real. I'm talking about the massage unit that I got for up there. If people don't know because people might not even know what I'm talking about by listening to the first segment here of this. I got a thing to help with prostate health. All right, and that's what it. And then she says, I said, stop. I said, just stop it. Will you stop working me on this, please? She knows I'm uncomfortable about the subject. She knows I'm uncomfortable about all of it. And I said, and really, that is mine. I will open it when I'm ready, and I wish for you to not do that, not go near it.
Only I can use it.
I didn't say that because that came up. Everybody's got the same shtick, Josh. I said that. Oh, God. And then I said, don't touch it anymore. Don't open it. That's mine. Well,
Okay.
She violated that. She violated that.
She touched
and opened it. She opened it. I'm sitting there. I don't know what we were watching. Maybe a Dateline. We're watching a Dateline, and she brings it over. And she brings it over with like the top of the box opened and put under to like display it under my nose.
The Dateline you were watching, did it have to do with prostate health?
I looked at the thing, and the only thing I have chosen not to bring it in today. I've chosen. Yes, I will answer all questions that you have about.
Does it require batteries or charging?
It is a charged unit. It is it has the little
probably a
little cord
USB
with
charge,
it.
right?
Little USB charger. Yes, I
Do you
have
like
not
that
put it on.
on new things that you charge it with a USB and not like a like an electric cord.
I don't have a real strong opinion about it.
So
Because it seems to me it's bringing the prostate right into the 20th century.
So it wasn't like she brought it out like, try this on?
No, absolutely no way. And I am not prepared for it is not charged, and I am not prepared for the experiment.
It didn't come with any charge at all?
No, it just came with the cord.
Wow, you know what that's
I don't
like,
know
Mike?
if it has a charge.
It's like the lighter.
No, it's not like the lighter.
'Cause
It's not anything like the lighter at all.
Can you imagine you're home alone and you charge it like I did yesterday with butane, and you just say,
But if that comes out of the end of it, I'm in big trouble. That's
I
for
don't
sure.
feel myself, and then
There it is.
Yeah.
How's that working for you? Did you get a lot
it's
of fun out of
fantastic.
that yesterday?
Yeah, I have burns all over my body.
So it sits
Yes.
enclosed. The lid has been put back on it next to my chair. And
So you can get at it easy?
yeah, and it came with
instructions.
And for specifically what it's designed for from this
I
doctor,
have a
Dr.
copy
Rachel.
I have a copy of the instructions. Number 1 is put down a tarp.
Is Michael around during this?
He was in watching his Madden. He was playing Madden when we were doing this. So as he folds his arms nervously, I will tell you that I am, even if it was charged, I am not prepared to do the experiment because I would assume that there would be one other product that would be required to.
I would think so.
Yes,
to do
that was
it
clear in the instructions.
And I do not. There is nothing in the house of that nature.
Not even in the kitchen pantry?
I thought your home was like P. Diddy.
You are so gross, Rob. The kitchen pantry. That is so.
Well, I mean, like some coconut
nasty.
oil or something
No,
like
I'm
that?
not going to use. No, Jesus. But
shelf-stabled lard.
I would say that on tomorrow's show,
you're going to be more relaxed.
Oh God! Oh no! That is so. I will be.
I'm so sorry.
I am 70-30 that I will be doing an experiment today.
Which is the 70?
The 70 is that I will.
Okay, very good.
And I'm told that it's 5 minutes.
Well,
the first time
at
you
the
do
start, right?
At the start.
Yes.
You got to build up a tolerance.
Work your way up.
You were
to
supposed
20.
to, but I haven't even looked at the instructions yet. I saw a little diagram, where it kind of showed where the place is.
Couldn't have been too complex.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Really.
I would think so.
Well, a little curved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll that's the worst part of a colonoscopy is when they take that turn.
Yeah, a little pain.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
That's it. I'm done talking about this. Play the commercial thing. I don't want to talk about
Mike,
it anymore.
I think you did a great job.
Thank you very much. I'm so glad that's over. I got through it.
More
okay.
tomorrow.
Do you guys want to talk about your journal thing, or do you want to talk about movies? It's your
Josh?
call.
What do you think?
Let's go to the journal. We've teased the journal for like 2
Journal
weeks
app,
now.
new app out there, ladies and gentlemen, called Up the Ass. We will be right back, everybody. This program is sponsored by, well, here it is. I'm almost out of it right now, Liquid IV.
Yes.
Remember, whatever you do, put it and do it your own way.
That's right, Mike.
Let me start again.
Physician, heal thyself.
Put it.
Do it.
This program is sponsored by Liquid IV. Remember, whatever you do, do it your own way with extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV. Powered by do I say LIV or Live?
Live.
Powered by Live Hydroscience, Liquid IV helps you break the mold with flavors like their new Hydration Multiplier Sugar-Free Raspberry Lemonade, a bright zero-sugar flavored flavor combining notes of ripe, freshly picked raspberries and citrusy, zesty lemon. It's amazing. You know that I love Liquid IV. Well, I have to, full disclosure, I'm having my white peach, which I still love. That's my favorite flavor.
Mike,
and
everyone has a favorite, and it's okay to stick to that favorite, but know that.
But I will be acquiring with my next order the raspberry lemonade. I will be doing that.
It's
you know
okay
I
to
love
like.
Liquid
It's
IV.
okay to like different flavors, Mike. There's something for everybody at Liquid IV,
You see me drink it every day out of my Pizza Hut red cup.
and that's the red cup right there.
It's the best. It keeps me going, whether you get regular or sugar-free. You can choose from about 1 million flavors, plus 3 times the electrolytes of the leading sports drink, 8 essential vitamins and nutrients, and always non-GMO, vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, and soy-free. Don't think you don't need it. The dry air of winter will dehydrate you before you know it. There's a winter storm about. Liquid IV to the rescue. And it's my secret ingredient for my delicious crab leg chowder. Thank you, Liquid IV. Tear poor, live more. Liquid IV. Embrace your rituals with extraordinary hydration from Liquid IV. Get 20% off your first order of Liquid IV when you go to liquidiv.com and use the code TMOS at checkout. That's 20% off your first order when you shop Better Hydration today using promo code TMOS at liquidiv.com. All right, Rob and Josh have been talking about this journal thing ad nauseum,
Josh
which I've
brought
really
it to
never
my
defined.
attention.
Yes, go ahead, Rob.
Josh brought it to me. He said there's this app that it's new. I think it came with the latest update. Am I right with that, Josh?
I'm not sure when it came out. It's new to me. It's new to me the past month.
Yeah, and Josh said it's really kind of weird and almost creepy. And I said, well, I'm in. And I downloaded it, and I saw the first page. I said, I think this requires on-air discussion, and I think it requires Mike participating if we're going to make it valid.
Okay.
Right. So what you
I'm
gotta
ready
do,
to hear about it.
You got to go to the App Store on your phone and search Journal. And you will, and you can, here, I've got my phone here. It's this little butterfly app.
I thought it looked like an X.
Is it an X?
But yeah.
I thought it was a butterfly.
It could be a butterfly.
It
I
might
see
be a
that too.
book that's open. Maybe
Yeah,
it's like
yeah.
a book, like a journal.
And all I have
Let me
to
see.
search is journal?
Yep.
Yep.
Jour.
I know how to spell journal.
In the meantime, let's
But
to this.
You know I'm still thinking, you're still thinking about it too. I have Honestly All Daily, Day One Journal. It looks like it's a kind of a modern logo butterfly, right?
That's it.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
that's
the
it.
one.
All right, I'm opening it right now.
Great.
Welcome to. Should I just read what I'm writing?
Sure.
Write about your day, photo places.
Yeah.
Schedule time for writing new journal. Continue. Start journaling.
Yes.
Right. And what's interesting, and I think what you found interesting is it would ask you, like, how's your day going?
Exactly.
And questions. It prompts you on what to ask. But I found the creepy side. Like, here, I'll open up my journal.
Should I hit the plus button on my journal?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if you hit the plus button, it'll ask you for new entry. Now,
Well, it
what
says to me, turn on journaling suggestions.
yeah, so turn that on.
All right. Allow.
And like here's my journal on the screen now, and you can see it took my pictures and put that I went to Max's Robotics and has some pictures and artwork I worked on.
Mine is still
photos.
spinning.
But what I
So
find
in a
creepy,
way, it's kind of like Facebook memories, but nuclear Facebook memories. It really.
What's it
does
doing,
everything.
Josh, while it's spinning? Is it gathering things from my feed?
yeah.
Is
So
that what it's
so
doing?
watch if I hit plus on mine, it has recommended, and it's like, well, here you did a workout. Do you want to type about that, or what went well for you this week?
Oh, wow. I could use this
Or-
for show prep.
That's how I found it. I was looking for a show to make notes over Christmas break. Or I can go to recent, and it shows me that I went to the outlet mall yesterday, so it asks why.
Should I hit new entry at
Yes.
the top of this?
Hit new entry.
I'm doing the same.
Title. Start writing.
Right, start writing. Like you see
How
under
about this
recent,
ti-
it knows that I talked to Jimmy yesterday.
Yeah, it said
Today-
that I talked to my stepmom. It was
Yeah.
very weird.
It knows I
will
visited my dad on Sunday.
Try the prostate massager.
Mike, I was hoping you would go more vague, just like got a new present
Done.
today.
Right. New toy.
Wednesday. All right, there it is. I wrote it down and
All
I
right.
put it in there.
So if you
and,
hit that plus, does it give
I
you
don't-
recommendations?
here we go.
Well, there's recommended and recent. So
Yeah.
No, it just seems to be spinning.
Okay, then yours is still loading since you just downloaded it. Rob, if you go to recommendations or recent, it shows you like GPS where you've been, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And
I
it's
texted
weird.
with my stepmom, and it says you connected with her. It
Right.
knows the movie theater I went to and why I went there. It's very creepy. It's doing this AI thing.
It's almost like it's looking over my shoulder.
Right. So it kind of tells you everything the phone knows about you, which
Yes.
is creepy. But then I found it like really helpful to remember what I did the past couple weeks.
Mine
here we
says
go.
Just the same every day.
Private access. It says private access to suggestions.
That
Yes,
sounds money.
You want to give
Try
that. You want to give that permission.
Do I say learn more?
No, just say yes.
Well, no, it doesn't ask
Okay,
me whether
then
it's
say
yes or
learn
no.
more.
It says learn more. Okay, learn more. Private access and suggestions. Your journal only has access to suggestions when you start writing about them or save them. The information used to create a suggestion, such as a photo or workout, is also shared with your journal at that time. Apps that use private access to offer suggestions will appear in journaling suggestion setting. Do I put done?
Yeah, done.
All right, done. Here we go. All right, here we go. Oh, look at the photos.
Yeah, so then it
I
has
love
photos.
that.
You can tap on the photo and make little notes to remind you of what happened that day.
It says, take a moment to write about something special in your life you've been taking for granted. Well, fuck you. No, I'm sorry. Oh, that I don't know where that came from. I'm sorry.
Mike, well, for example, for me today, I wrote, Mike gets a present. And the text is, Mike makes friends with another guy named Buzz.
Play your sound effect now. That's the only thing that's going to make it really funny. What's that thing they use in Australia?
That's what it is. It's a didgeridoo.
A didgeridoo.
Because I couldn't find a funny vibration sound, so I went international, Mike.
Recall a recent moment when you felt inspired. Think about what led to that moment.
Right. And I've turned off those like prompt questions, but I love the recommendations and recents and all the photos. And like when I went camping last month, it's got all the pictures and a GPS of where we were, and then I can just make a couple notes.
It's kind
you
of
know
neat
what?
and
You know what?
kind of creepy.
Rob will love this. Rob's
Yeah.
gonna like. This is what I was listening to with my kid. Yeah, let me turn
All right.
the speaker
It's
on.
reminding you?
This is in the car what I was listening to.
Fantastic. Shaboom.
Yeah.
Shaboom, shaboom.
I think that's
cool.
the
Right.
chord.
That is kind of cool, Josh. That's
No,
kind
it
of
is.
cool.
Yeah,
I like
it's
that.
cool to remember to do this stuff, and I try to open it up and spend time with it each night
Yeah.
because
This
I think
this
it's very
will
helpful.
be good for me to do this show.
It'll
Believe
help
it
you
or
remember
not.
stuff,
I really
yeah.
think it will.
Exactly. That's what I was looking for. I was looking for an app to just mark things down to remember to bring to the show, and it turned into this app.
I know everybody says this, but as I'm looking at some of these photos, I am truly, I mean, if there is not a reminder that you are blessed when you have kids to take a look at kids and take a look at your kids, it is that reminder. Every friggin' one of them. Catherine, Elizabeth, Michael, I could eat them up with a spoon. They are so wonderful. And that's the cutest picture of Catherine. I wish I could make it bigger. I really do.
I have baby pictures in my phone of Mike that makes me feel blessed.
My baby pictures, God, I am so like little Lord Fauntleroy with the shorts and the baby shoes and the little short overalls that I
am
the
forever
60s outfits for kids that they
I am
put you in.
forever in overalls in all of my kid pictures to a point where Carrie makes fun of it. She says, "What, Mom go buy new overalls for you?"
I love it. I love it. This is good. I like
it's a
this.
good app, I think. Yeah.
No, I think listeners
man,
should
it's sure
download it and
spinning
check it
now.
out. It's interesting.
All right, hold
Now
on.
that we
I'm
don't
just
have
gonna say-
TikTok anymore.
Save now.
Or is
when
that
it
back?
says-
I can't remember.
So, but it really wants you to write. So
It does.
and that's
It wants you to
that's
write.
good.
But you
That's a
could
good-
talk to
good thing.
text on that, Mike. You could just talk into your phone.
All right, hold on. I'm just looking at my photo memories. Oh my goodness! I wish I could scroll these for everybody. Oh, this is so nice, so wonderful.
This is what your folder of softcore.
The instructions.
You know, hasn't my ass been a big enough subject today where we have to? We
Mike,
don't have
I'm
to
not
get
talking
any
about your
naughtier?
ass. I'm talking the ass of a professional.
Oh, my daughters are just spectacular.
Oh,
They're
they are.
gorgeous. I love them. Anyway, that's it. And there she is. There's a picture of my lady too, Carla. Carla is that. And what's this picture right
Hey,
here?
everybody, this is Reba McEntire.
I'm sorry, that's not.
Don't
funny.
be sorry, Mike. Remember, Happy's Place, you can catch it on Peacock every Saturday morning.
Oh man,
It's in my
Rats.
journal app.
I was looking for my. All right, we have to take a break. When we come back, it's a beautiful video.
Beautiful.
And I love that app. I love it, love it, love it. I'll be playing with that tonight, along with other things here in the O'Mara household,
you
ladies
can do
and
it at the
gentlemen.
same time.
Yes, sure. I'll write about it. Say hello to our friends at Magic Mind. I got a refrigerator full of Magic Mind. Staying focused can be tough, but Magic Mind has been a total game changer for all of us. This little shot, packed with mushroom nootropics, adaptogens, and essential vitamins, keeps you clear-headed, productive, and stress-free without the caffeine crash. Look, I know that my energy is benefited by Magic Mind. I love the way I feel when I have that little shot. Oh, and it's not a shot like a needle shot. It's a shot of a liquid. It's
Like an
good.
ounce and a half. It's a little guy.
It tastes amazing. It really does. And now you can end your day with Magic Mind, too. This month, they're offering an awesome bundle featuring Magic Mind and their new Magic Mind Sleep. Perfect for powering through your day and winding down at night. With a risk-free guarantee, there's no reason not to try it. You're going to love Magic Mind. Right now, get 45% off the Magic Mind bundle with my link, magicmind.com/OmeraJan. Don't miss out. Head to magicmind.com/OmeraJan and let's make some magic. I love it. It's very cool and it tastes great. And I hope it does for you what it does for me, ladies and gentlemen. Cue the music, Slim.
Hey, I like that. Some beautiful video.
Jerry Tom.
Oh, Records truly is his middle name.
John Records Landecker, WLS.
Mike, let's start with this. Balls.
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 There are don't leave it in the locker. There are mysterious balls that are landing on the beaches of Australia. And the problem is with these is they have several ingredients. They mention fatty acids, hair, and fecal material.
Yeah. Balls.
Balls?
Tennis balls?
No, not tennis balls. We've moved on. What we have on
Balls.
Mike, but they have fecal matter in them. I like the repeat. Can you go back one? I like the one with the.
I try, but sometimes it just doesn't work.
It sounded like a car ad, but they're covering it. And are they really worried about this, or are they just looking for a reason to say balls? Let's go to our affiliate in Sydney.
Jane, the mystery of the balls on the sand enters a new chapter. The northern beaches, from here in Manly up to North Narrabeen, people are scratching their heads wondering what these balls are, where they've come from and what they're actually made of. They're about the size of a marble and they're grey in colour. If they're anything like the balls that washed up on the beaches in the eastern suburbs in October, they could be made out of hair, fatty acids and petroleum, but that's yet to be determined. Matter. They've been sent off to a lab to work out exactly what they're made of. But despite the closures and despite this mystery, hasn't really scared people off the beach here in Manly this morning. Take a listen and hear what the conditions are like out there.
This is good interviewing.
I just wanted to ask you, did you see any balls down there this morning?
No, we didn't see any balls. The water was nice.
Have you seen any balls on the beach this morning?
No, not yet.
But you're out here playing beach volleyball?
Yes, yep.
Good day for it?
Great day for it.
You keep your eye and let me know if you see any balls, okay?
I will.
I personally haven't seen any balls out here on the beach, but we've been told council crews will come to see if any have been brought up with the tide overnight. Jane?
There you go.
You know what? I tell you, is there anything sexier than the lady Australian accent?
No.
I mean, really, I love
Australians
that accent.
tend to be
Yes.
pretty good-looking people. I will tell you that.
Yes, I want to visit someday. I want to visit Australia and see if I can collect any balls.
What we should do, we should all go down there for Sydney's Podfest.
Yes, the Australian Podfest. It's supposed to be really, really bigger.
And lots of
well,
balls.
not as big.
No.
About 15 booths.
Mike,
There you go.
do you ever just trouble yourself with the proper care of your laundry? Now, I'm going somewhere with this. You know, there's some stuff you'd want to wash in cold water.
The drill we have in the O'Mara household is Carla is the laundry person. She does it, she
As
dries
it should be.
and then she folds it. Most of my laundry is hung up. Golf shirts are, hang-upable. Golf shorts hang up.
You hang your shorts?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, to get so they don't wrinkle up. You don't want to wrinkle
Well, when
them
I
up.
put on shorts, they automatically unwrinkle because they're
Well,
tight.
all of your shorts have a pocket on the side. Your cargo shorts.
I like
That's
my
what they
cargo
are.
shorts.
I know you do.
Mike?
Very, very fashion forward.
Who cares? What am I going to do? Go turn some heads? I could buy the best outfit in the world and they'll still say, look at that fat guy.
Well, and you'd have to leave the house.
That's true. It's true.
It's fascinating.
Well, I could have women into the house to turn their heads. I would say, come to my basement and then
But
leave.
laundry is a big subject in our house. We're always talking about who's doing it, who's got to get it ready,
And it
who's
never
tagging it,
stops.
who's folding it. Yeah.
If you want to make sure you're washing your clothes properly and a convenient way to do it, I kind of thought this was a neat hack.
So you know the laundry care instructions that are on like every tag that a piece of clothing has with the symbols on them? I don't know what the symbols mean. It's like a parking sign in New York City. It could mean anything. But fun fact, every iPhone with iOS 17 or later has a decoder built in for those symbols. So all you have to do is find the tag and just take a picture of that tag. Then visit the photo of the tag on your iPhone, and if you wait a few seconds, that I button in the middle turns into a laundry machine because it has recognized the laundry tag symbols in the picture. So click Laundry Care, and you can see it's decoded and told you all the things you need to know about that exact garment. Now, whether you choose to follow that or not, that's up to you, but you can see
Way
this sweater
too
wants
much
a max
work.
iron temp of
No
150,
way.
do not dry clean, do not bleach, etc. It even works on these cleverly integrated symbols that aren't even on a tag, like on mkbhd.com merch. So, the more you know. Follow for more actually.
I mean, I respect the guy for giving us that information, but it's not something I would trouble myself with.
Are you going to try it, though?
No, but you would do it, wouldn't you? Because you love that kind of stuff. You like
already
that,
done it.
I mean,
yeah,
it's not much work. You take a picture, right?
Yeah. And if you got a garment,
yeah, but it's
Mike,
got the list. I'm not gonna. I take my clothes off and I throw them in the washer. That's
And dance?
what I do. And dance, and dance with a plug up my butt. That's what I do.
This was of interest to me.
Such a stupid show.
It's
Hope
the
you're enjoying it,
stupidest
ladies
show.
and
Yeah.
gentlemen.
This next tape was of interest to me because it is a Richmond lady. And my daughter lives in Richmond. And when she first went to VCU, I wasn't horribly happy with her neighborhood. It's okay. And VCU has done a lot of efforts to make their neighborhood safe. It certainly isn't what it was when I went there 30 years ago. But so what this woman does, and she's a comic, so take it with a grain of salt. She wants to run at night, but she doesn't feel safe. So what's her solution? She dresses as a man to run at night and acts like a man. So let's see if this is reflective of you way think men run, okay?
If you're like me and you're scared to run at night as a woman, don't be. I feel great about myself. I'm doing things I never would have done.
Put on a mustache.
A woman. Yo, bro. Get go. So here's what I do to run at night as a man. Just like literally anything that a man has ever annoyed me with, I'm doing. Your form's wrong. Wrong form.
That's
Miss,
funny.
your form sucks. You need form help. Cackle!
She is such a non-man-looking woman.
I
too.
know.
It's me, Chet.
She says, it's me, Chet.
That's funny. Chet.
Chet
What
is
a
a
great
good
name.
name.
That's a fun. She researched the funniest name she could use too. Chet. I like that.
And Mike, let's close with this because even though you reenacted it yesterday, I know there's a hole in your heart, a hollow in your being, unless you hear this. And I started with, and this goes back to over the weekend when it was National DJ Day. So let's start with this jingle.
It's time to smile and swing a while with Carlin.
This is George Carlin's actual jingle.
George Carlin is on the air, the smoothest record man anywhere.
He was a DJ.
Listen, 'cause here we go on the George Carlin Show.
And I don't think you could be a DJ, or you could do this bit without being a DJ.
From around the world, across the nation, and up your street, here it is! Wino News with Wino Newsman Bill Beeper. Saigon! Phnom Penh! Bangkok! That's it from Wino News. Details on the half hour.
Okay, kids, we're back with more of the big sounds for you here. Wino time. Bing bong. 5 minutes past the big hour of 5 o'clock. Right here on Wonderful Wino. Wonderful Wino. More hits, more open.
Mike,
man.
that, of course, the good sounds of Scott Lame, your favorite
man.
disc jockey.
Scott Lame. That's right. That was his name. Oh, man. My all-time great favorite, George Carlin, the late great. What a comedian he was. We got to take a powder, everybody. We'll be back with a brand new episode tomorrow. I may or may not have a medical report. We'll know when you
Do
get
you
in here
think you'll?
tomorrow.
What is the chance, percentage-wise, of you doing tomorrow's show standing?
I'm not going to answer that, Rob. I'm simply going to wait till tomorrow, and I'll have a complete and total review. And I will have a review. Matter of fact, now it's just gone up to 80% chance that
That's
I'll be doing that
fantastic.
today. Yeah, it's
Just a
It's inside
quick
weather,
trip over
Mike.
to Walmart first.
quick trip over to the Walmart. I might even go a few miles further down the road and go to the Walgreens. I think I might just
Well,
do
that's
that.
good. You
Thanks,
don't need
Rob.
a prescription, do you?
No, I sure as hell hope not. Don't need that embarrassment.
You should use some
Yeah.
gummies first.
Right. I tell you, I'd like to go. I'll put the hoodie over my face when I'm buying it. We'll see you tomorrow. For Rob Spiewak and Josh Soroka, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Just to clarify what Josh said, use the gummies, but use them orally.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
So what do you want me to do, drop my pants and fire a rocket?
We think of Rob as good Rob and bad Rob.
And what excitement we have today.